morning.
Good morning.
I'm Pamela McKay, Vice President and General Manager for Radio 1 Houston. Let me first thank each of you for showing up this morning. I know you have demands on your time and give requests to attend, things like this, and so we appreciate you taking time out for us this morning to talk about the Harvey Didn't Home Giveaway Project. As we're all painfully aware, last year, Hurricane Harvey dumped over 50 inches of rain on the Houston area, and at the peak of the storm, over 1/3 of the city was underwater. In the Houston area, more than 270,000 homes were damaged and more than 15,000 homes destroyed. Needless to say that there are thousands of families still struggling to put their lives back together. Last October, in a discussion with Justin Martin about the level of devastation still prevalent in the city and how we did not want this to be forgotten, Justin suggested that we give away a home to provide a family a chance, a displaced family a chance to bring themselves back together, but also to make sure that this was not forgotten in the community. From that conversation, Radio 1 Houston teamed up with Slim Thug and his company and foundation, Boss Life Construction and Boss Life Foundation, David Godsey and Justin Martin from IJustGotHit.com, and Radio 1 to give members of our community a chance to win a previously renovated home, a chance to restore their lives to pre-Harvey normalcy. This is an ongoing point of pride for us in that as a black-owned media company, we were able to partner with a black-owned law firm and also a black-owned foundation and construction company to pull this project off. Today, with the help of Boss Life Foundation, IJustGotHit.com, and the Urban One markets across the country, we are hosting Harvey Didn't Win Day as part of the Urban One #Represent campaign, created by our founder, Kathy Hughes. This effort is to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of Harvey, remind the city that we're still Houston strong, and to assist several families that have entered the giveaway. Our goal is to encourage employees and listeners to donate to the Boss Life Foundation on behalf of the families that are still impacted by Hurricane Harvey. I can tell you that I've been in this business for 27 years, and this has to be the best collaboration between business community that I've actually had the chance to experience. This was truly a partnership and a team effort. So on behalf of Radio 1 Houston and our parent company, Urban One, I would like to thank Slim Thug and his team at Boss Life Construction and Boss Life Foundation, Justin Martin and David Godsey from their team from IJustGotHit.com, and my team here at Radio 1 Houston for pulling off what is going to be a fantastic opportunity for a family to get back into a home that they lost during the storm. So with that said, I'd like to now turn the podium over to Justin Martin for his comments.
All right, well, I think she couldn't have said it better. Thanks to everybody from Radio 1, this whole family of stations, which, as many of you know, if you've heard me talk, is part of the reason that I'm here today, because at my time at TSU, I needed the music that y'all provided to get through some of those rough times. You know, my team at I Just Got Hit has been amazing as well. They've done a fantastic job with this. It's not easy to give away a home. It really isn't. And it really, as Slim said at one of our meetings early in this process, it should be a lot easier to do something nice for folks in the community. I want to talk for a second about all of the real heroes here, who are the folks who are the survivors of Hurricane Harvey and the devastation it caused, but I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the Boss Life construction folks and the Boss Life team and the Radio 1 team. First of all, I've never done anything amazing by myself. I don't have one single accomplishment to my name by myself. Everything that I've done that was of any significance came because of a team. My team from I Just Got Hit is part of my success today. The folks here at Radio 1 are part of my success today. I've worked with them for a long time. But I just here recently started working with this team from Boss Life, and I was floored. Last year, right after Hurricane Harvey, we immediately started working with them and saw that they were on the ground, as y'all know, in the streets and actually doing goodness and good things for the people in this community. But to have men these days that don't have to be prompted to get out there and work and do amazing things, they've kept us on our toes. So I'm letting the community know you have a viable construction company, a viable foundation, a viable leader here in Slim Thug and his entire crew, Sha, all the folk, Rico, Corey, if he's around, that's out here leading. And I'm going to encourage this community to support them and their efforts as they continue to do this. One of the challenges that we faced, the sad parts that we faced, is that we're doing this once. we've talked many times about the fact that we'd love to be able to give away more than one home. It's difficult, and the community may not realize this, but there's a ton of people out there that got forgotten once Hurricane Irma hit. 2 weeks after Harvey hit, Hurricane Irma hit, and everybody sort of forgot about Houston. And there's a ton of people that a year later are still trying to recover from this. And so we're going to be counting on Slim Thug, Boss Life Foundation, all of y'all to be folks that y'all can get with them and count on them continuing these efforts with our help and yours in this community to help people that we may not be able to positively touch with this effort. So I want to talk quickly about what I've learned, what we've learned. Folks, if you've seen some of what we've seen over the past few weeks with these survivors, it's amazing. These folks are heroes. When you suffer through just the loss itself, the storm when it hit, the loss of the home, the loss of your personal belongings. Some of these folks, this was their home for life. For some of them, it was a home they inherited. For some of them, it was their first home. It was a home that a couple bought together. It was where they found love together. For some of the folks, it was everything that they scraped together to buy this home. When you see these folks who have gone through just that loss alone would be enough. But then when you hear the other stories, illnesses, cancer, different types of medical situations that they've had to go through, the loss of loved ones during this, trying to get kids into school, all of the things we take for granted, the normal things that we've got to do day to day, they still had to do. Plus, account for the loss that they suffered during the hurricane. And so the word for me that I've come to see these folks as is courageous. Because when you look to reason on why this happened, there really is no answer. When you look to why one family got $16,000 from FEMA and why another got $400, reason won't explain that to you. There's no answer for it. When you look to why one family wasn't touched at all and why another family lost absolutely everything but then had to battle cancer during the process, or why one family lost everything and then lost a loved one within months of that, reason has no answer. But when desperation hits, which that's what this was, catastrophic, and desperation hit, these folks answered with courage. They answered with courage. So courageous is what they are to me. And they've taught me more than I could ever teach them. They've helped me more than I could ever help them. They've helped us and made us more of a team than we would have been before we met them. And so they're the true heroes here in this story. The folks that have been courageous through all this and continue to fight. And I'll say this, when you talk to them, they can tell you about their losses, they can show you the losses, they can walk you through their homes, and they can turn and look at you and with the grace of God put this beautiful smile on their face because they still have hope and they still believe. And finally, because this community has been so supportive. So my hope is that we just continue to do what we've been doing and give back in a way that only Houston's been able to do. Houston has set the bar high for the rest of the country. As you guys know, let's not forget these folks. Let's make sure their courage is remembered and honored. And we're looking forward to doing more for this. Not sure, maybe we can dim the lights. But this is some of what we've seen and some of what we've heard throughout this as we've toured these homes. And this is a year later, folks, that these beautiful people are still dealing with this.
So you've been taking cold showers for when I go to the gym and stuff like that. We should get 24 hours, so I'll go shower before work and afterwards and stuff like that before I come home. Not so much like the loss of everything, but just having to deal with it, because there's never a point where you're done dealing with it. So it's like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm working on this, I get this accomplished, this is missing, that's missing, this is in the way now, and it revitalizes you, and that's the part that really hurts.
It was devastating to realize that everything that you had and was working for was gone. That was hard to deal with at the time. And we was panicking while we was here because the rain just wouldn't stop. Yeah. So it was like, oh my God, where do we go from here, if it was the flood in here, like what are we gonna do? Where we gonna go? How we gonna get her? You know, we just didn't know. It was something that told us, you know, our mama can't walk out of here. We know she can't swim out of here. And then we was panicking while we was here because the rain just wouldn't stop.
Of course, people was not gonna pay for 100% of anything. Sure. We thought that they would do more because the neighbor next door got more. But the neighbor right here, where my mother-in-law was, got a bare minimum. I don't understand how their justice work or whatever, you know?
This just isn't supposed to happen to us again. Right. You know, and the little bit of cash we had, we took it and we bought our dream home. Right. You know, it may not look like much, but this was my home. People don't understand. And I see people on the news saying they were flooded and they got 4 feet to cut out sheetrock. But this is real. This is how much water we had. This is no joke, and when I tell you we put everything we had back into this house to come back home, you know, we could have left, but this was our home.
No, I was not aware that that was coming at all. We're really not in a flood zone. I didn't have any flood insurance. The water, when we left the house, the water was already up to our knees. So by then, we didn't even have time to pack anything. We didn't carry anything. The only thing the kids grabbed was their laptops. I thought that was in my kitchen, ended up in my bathroom. You know, I'm like, how did that happen? But
living here normally, and it started to rain. We didn't think it was gonna rain that long. You know, we're just like, oh, it's gonna rain for like a day or two. You know, it rains a lot in Houston, so it's not something like out of the blue. And it started raining, and my aunt was making something in the kitchen, and the roof collapsed on her head. We came back a few days later, and everything had mold on it. Everything was wet. It was. It basically rained in the house for days, and I guess that's why we didn't get the for FEMA. FEMA cost $400.
$400.
I wish $400 would have fixed this, you know. That used to be our restroom, and same thing happened there. Like once this part started collapsing, it all started collapsing in the restroom. They're the ones who put a tarp on our roof, and that's the only way it doesn't rain in here. The little stuff we have now are stuff that we've acquired for when the house is ready, if it ever, you know, does get fixed.
I've been in this situation since the storm. I contacted FEMA, and they said I didn't qualify for help. And the mold came in through the open floors, ruined all my furniture. I've been checking around, trying to borrow money to see if I can try to fix it up myself, but so far I haven't had any luck. Yeah, when I turn the TV on at night, they show people recovering from Harvey, and this person has another house to move in, and this person has another house, you know. And I'm like, I haven't recovered.
And he told us the estimate will be like $40,000 or more. And I'm a single mother, so it's so hard. I'm really trying to get a home for them or rent an apartment or something.
So as you can see, folks, it's still going on. You know, these folks are still in the midst of this challenge, and I think it's up to us and it's up to the greater community to let these folks know that they're not alone. And so I'm honored to introduce the man I'm about to bring up here, because he's upped my game in terms of my passion and commitment for the community and for the folks that do so much for us. His constant service is something that I'm following his lead on. So without further ado, Slim Thug, Boss Life.
What up with it? Yeah, so, you know, I don't really like doing a lot of talking, but, you know, it's important we do this. But I want to, first of all, give a big shout out to IJustGotHit.com. They the real engine behind this whole support system we doing. They the reason why we here for the most part. It was their idea. They came to us as Boss Life Construction. We started a construction company back in 2015. Me, my partner Corey right here, with Rico and Sha. You know, they really are the day-to-day. We gonna be out there checking out the house, making sure everything run good, and you know, I'm just the face of it for the most part. You know, but at the end of the day, man, this is what it takes, man. This is what it takes. People who really care. You know, people, you know, nothing we did was, you know, you had to be a genius to do it. It's just simple steps, man. Simple steps of showing up and doing your part. And I just got here.com, 97.9 The Box, Boss Like Construction. We just got together as a team and decided, hey man, let's do something to give back. We blessed, let's share this blessing. You know what I'm saying? How I deal with my bad stuff I go through, I always expect something good. I always say, man, whenever something bad happens to me, don't trip, I get excited because I know something good coming after that. So hopefully, whoever dealing with this situation, whoever lost their home, you know, whoever family had to suffer from the hurricane that they didn't expect, they weren't ready for, hopefully it's turned into a blessing. The house is dope. We got cameras in there, big screens, you know what I'm saying? It's a dope spot. We definitely did our part. So, you know, hopefully this, you know, this situation turned into a blessing, and hopefully we can come together and this inspire other people to come together to keep giving back to the community, you know what I'm saying, to make things happen. But I want to call my team up here because they really the ones who do a lot of the work. Corey, Rico, Shot-Town. Whenever 97.9, I just got hit.com. Whenever we have any opportunities to give back, we definitely will team up. I think Justin need to run for governor or something. Just for caring, you know what I'm saying? Just for caring that much. So, you know, let's just keep the cycle going, man. Let's just keep being a good role model out there, giving back. We ain't got to pretend to be perfect or nothing. You know I'll be out there turning up on the ground, but I'm going to show the people, look, man, we can do that and still be, you know, a positive person. It's all about balance, man. Giving, you know what I'm saying? And that's it, man. So I wish everybody luck. I hope, you know, even if you don't win the home, I hope we're able to bless y'all in some form or fashion. And, you know, we here. Let's get it.
Now that you've met the Boss Life team, I want to introduce our Magic team this here today too. We'll introduce Terry Thomas, who is our operations manager for the radio. Laura, who does afternoons on 92.1 Radio Now. Funky Larry Jones, who does afternoons on 102. Mad Hatter from the Mad Hatter Morning Show on 92. We're very fortunate to have Councilmember Amanda Edwards here with us this morning as well. So you've heard from the Martin half of Godsey-Martin, but I want to bring up now the Godsey side of things. Introduce you to David Godsey.
Say anything that has not already been said by both Slim and Justin and Pam, and that typifies what this effort was really all about. The only thing that I will say is to emphasize what Slim touched on. When we first heard about the hurricane, we were inspired to participate in the efforts that would help Houston rebuild. And what we found out was what it really meant by the phrase Houston strong. But we remained inspired, and we knew, because we're in a business that deals with people who go through tragedy, we know that when the dust settles, people forget about it, but people are left to deal with it. We knew that these families here in Houston would still have to deal with things, and we remained inspired to be committed to this community and show the love for it that it has shown us over the years. And we hope that each of you and everybody watching catches some spirit of inspiration to continue to give. One of the amazing things about being involved in this contest is that when we listen to the stories of these people, almost inevitably it comes up that I may not be deserving, and if I don't win, I hope somebody else wins. And I think that type of spirit for people who suffered what you all just watched on that video, you know, is really illustrative of what it means to be Houston strong. And so we hope folks are inspired, and will continue to do the things that are going to propel this community to think back on this day in a way that sparks about different emotions than what we currently feel. So we thank everybody for participating. We thank, I know I can speak on behalf of Justin when I say we thank you know, Radio 1 family, Boss Life Construction for allowing us to be a part of this team to make it happen. So thank you.
And then now I'd like to welcome Councilmember Amanda Edwards to the podium for a few remarks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Amanda Edwards, and I'm one of the at-large Houston City Council members. And so I like to joke and say I have the tiny little district of the entire city of Houston that I cover. But one of the things that has been so profound for me in serving in this role since getting elected in 2015 has been Hurricane Harvey and our response to it. I want to first acknowledge 97.9 The Box, all of those who are in front of the scenes and behind that made this day possible, Box Life Construction as well. A little known secret, I went to high school with Slim Thug, y'all. So. But also want to thank Godsey-Martin for the work that they do in terms of empowering the community. I remember a year ago when Hurricane Harvey hit, and when we knew that there was going to be a catastrophe in our city, we weren't quite sure what was going to be the collective community response. Well, I must say how proud I am for Houstonians and those from outside in terms of how they band together, how they came together as a community, became their brothers and sisters keepers in that way. But there is a difference between a response and recovery, and I think that is something that we should really focus on here today. It's been a year since the storm, but we are not out of the woods with regard to our recovery. And the reason I say that is because not all of our Houston families have come toward full recovery. We've got to make sure that while it's important that we note and celebrate the accomplishments that we have and have made to date, that we certainly recognize that it is not over for so many families, many of whom are here today, and that we become motivated so that we all take our own piece of this puzzle. Not everybody builds houses in this room, right? But you can get your church group organized. You can get more volunteer hours in. Some people might be able to write checks. Whatever can be done, there is still a need. Right after the storm, we mobilized hundreds of volunteers to go out and check on lower income senior citizens, because after the storm, I had learned that a number of them were not cleaning out their homes, were not getting that sheetrock off of their walls that had been flooded. And in learning that, we went out and talked to them. But what we're learning is that now, in checking back in with a lot of those houses, is that people have gotten stuck on their road to recovery. They think, they start off, they've gotten some case management services, but they stop answering the phone because they get overwhelmed. And so I want to highlight and use today to highlight that we are by far not out of the woods. We want to celebrate the family that does win the home eventually, but understand and appreciate that there is so much more need. And so my homework, you didn't know I came up here to give y'all homework, but my homework is for us to stay engaged, be motivated by today as a step toward the right direction, and understand that we've got to lift our voices. Here in Houston, we have a can-do spirit, and a lot of the times we don't like to ask for help. We've got to raise our voices, let it be known that there's still help needed, and that we're looking out for our neighbors and our brothers and sisters. But then on top of that, whatever thing that you can do, contribute that. And if you're not seeing the progress that you need, call us. Call your city officials. Call the mayor's office. You can call my office at 832-393-3012. I'm serious, because it's our job is to make sure that we're getting the resources to the community. So again, I just want to thank all of the partners involved today, and certainly use this day as an opportunity, as a clarion call to action, for us to understand that we don't recover as a city unless all our residents have recovered. So again, thank you for being here, and congratulations to all the partners that are involved in making a family whole with a new home. Thank you.
As we stated, the contest started out with us going on air on our 3 brands on Magic 102, 97.9 The Box, and 92.1 Radio Now. To tell listeners, if you were impacted by the storm and lost your home, here's an opportunity to win a new home or win a refurbished and go back into a home. Over the course, I'll tell you, we received over 6,000 responses. Those were narrowed down to a semi-finalist round and then finally down to a top 10 round. Fortunately, we have some of our finalists here with us today, and I'd like to introduce you to them. So first, I'd like to introduce Ms. Wendy Villalba and her family. Tracy Osborne. Siobhan Gilbert and her family. Aurelia Miranda. Dexter Gassery. finalists are actually going to share their story with us. And it's when they share those stories that you really get the feeling, you really get the impact of exactly how much devastation there was. So first I'd like to bring up Tangela Williams.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Tangela Williams Simon. My husband and my daughter is here with us. Again, I just want to say thank you to the team for even just coming out, hearing our story. Like I told the team, we're not deserving. I don't feel like there's other people out here that needs the help more than we are. But just to come out and hear our story and to see our devastation. But not only that, guys, I want to thank my teammate, because without God and my husband, I don't even know how I'm able to get up still in the morning time. We're a foster family, and my husband and I in that home, we have fostered 34 kids. And through all of this, we still got up and we kept all those kids. 6 kids, including my daughter and a little dog. And we got out on the boat. So we just want to say thank you, Houston. We know that people care, you know, but just imagine going to bed in your comfortable bed and getting up to water already at your waist. You know, it's the small things, like I just want to go home and go walk in my neighborhood, take me a mental walk, and come home and have me, you know, a dinner, or just sit with my husband and my daughter and talk and play with the kids. You know, this is bigger than just water coming on, but they don't see the outside, you know, his hair and his makeup. It's been rough for us, and I'm sure the ones who flooded and still recovering. It's hard, but thanks to the team, thanks to Houston, 97.9 The Box, and all of these Boss Life, thank you all for sharing our story and even inviting us here. We appreciate you. Thank you.
And then next we'll hear from Ms. Georgiana Broussard.
Good morning. I'm very happy to be here this morning. First, I give glory to God and thanks to God. And to all of you, every one of you, I appreciate everything that you all are doing. My home was destroyed by Harvey. I tried to get help from FEMA, and they turned me down. Finally, a government agency called Texas Preps came out. They looked at my house. They came out, tore out the floors in January. They didn't return until May. They left the floors wide open. Mold came in, destroyed all of my furniture. And when I called them back to see when they were going to come back and complete the job, they said the program was over. So there I was, with no help except from family and friends. I've been staying with my sister, my children, different ones allow me to stay with them. I lost my husband in July 2017, and I lost my mother in November 2017. So I don't feel I'm deserving either, and I wish the best of luck to whoever wins the home, but I still say thank you to every one of you.
So again, just to echo what Councilmember Edwards said, is that thank goodness for Justin and Slim that they came to us with this project, and that thanks to our team here at Radio 1 that everybody felt like it was something that we should be a part of. I think if everybody in this room just thinks about when they walk away from here today, who can I go to and talk to about helping somebody somewhere, because you know that there's somebody out there that needs help.